What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video where the main topic will be Mo Salah's new contract, because there has been some new information coming out about the discussions and negotiations, and Cristiano Ronaldo going to Manchester United and getting a huge salary could affect the contract talks between Liverpool and Mo Salah, because Mo Salah might say to Liverpool, I'm your best player and I should be earning as much as the best players in the Premier League, because Mo Salah is frankly one of the best players in the Premier League and he recently scored his 100th goal in the Premier League, and I'm absolutely buzzing after Liverpool beat AC Milan 3-2. Let me know how are you feeling today in the comments below, and if you enjoy these Liverpool news videos, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer news and other news updates. And here Rio Ferdinand has suggested that Cristiano Ronaldo's return could encourage Mo Salah and his agent to press for a bigger salary, a bigger wage at Liverpool. And this is what he said: if you are seeing Virgil van Dijk, Fabinho, Trent Alexander-Arnold all signing new deals and you weren't the first one they pulled in to sign one, does that affect your mentality? I would say to that, I think one of the main reasons why Liverpool left Salah last or almost last in the contract negotiations is, one, it's a more complicated contract than the other players, and also probably Salah wanted to see what the others will be earning. And if you give a huge contract to Salah and then you negotiate with the other players might say, I want to have as big a contract as Salah. And also Salah wants probably to be the biggest earner, the highest earner at Liverpool, and rightfully so. I think he's our most important player. He wanted to see what kind of contracts the other players got. Rio Ferdinand continues, all these guys have signed new deals and he's as important Salah as them, if not more. If you are his agent or Salah and you see Cristiano Ronaldo coming to the Premier League and what he is earning, you want to be around that ballpark. And I think Cristiano Ronaldo will be earning around £450,000 per week, so I don't think Salah would get that at Liverpool, but I think we should offer him around 350, something like that, £350,000 per week. Rio Ferdinand continued, what Salah has done in the Premier League has been relentless, top of the charts. He must be looking at people like Aubameyang, and I think he needs to be above that. I need to be around these guys, he must say to himself. These things are difficult, it's complex, and there is a lot of riding on it, but he's a fabulous player, so you have to keep him at Anfield. And I don't think Liverpool will go crazy. I think we will be sensible. Salah, of course, and his agent wants to have the biggest salary possible, but also Liverpool probably will meet them in the middle somewhere. Michael Owen has suggested that some complications may have arisen with these contract talks. He said, I'm guessing Salah's deal is more complicated than the others, as he's the main goal scorer and the big earner. I imagine his contract is the most complicated, as it will probably be his last big contract. From the club's point of view, I know everyone says give Salah what he wants, but fans don't actually want that. You need structure. If you give Salah double the salary of Van Dijk, suddenly there could be a problem in the dressing room. We have seen a lot of interesting instances like that over the years at Arsenal mainly. Aubameyang was just given what he wanted, and now look at Arsenal. They are falling apart. It's his last big contract, Salah, so he's not going to move, and he's on whatever he's on a week. I think he's on £200,000 per week, so he's not exactly starving or anything. And contract talks are not as easy as you think. I think if you've got to keep a bit of respect and parity without the club. He will probably become Liverpool's top earner, because I think Liverpool will find a way and Salah will find a way to come to agreement. There is no word coming out that the valuations are miles apart, so I think it will get done. But I do think Liverpool are right to make it as reasonable as possible. So I think it will take time, and I'm not sure when exactly Liverpool will announce that Salah signed a new contract, but it can't come soon enough, because the more it goes on, the more anxious Liverpool fans will become. But Salah started the season absolutely on fire. He scored again in the Champions League victory against AC Milan. Yes, he missed the penalty, but you can allow Salah to miss a penalty when he scored 17 straight penalties for 4 years. Salah didn't miss a penalty. So that says it all. And I think Salah has gone up a level. I think he's playing even better than last season, and this season, if he avoids injuries, I expect Salah to get 30, 35 goals, maybe even 40 goals. At the rate that he's going, he could get 40 goals because he has been absolutely magnificent. I don't think Liverpool should give him what the agent wants or what Salah wants. I think they should sit down and really negotiate hard and long, and hopefully after these negotiations both parties will come out satisfied. Salah, because he gets a big pay rise, he probably could get almost double his current salary. And Liverpool, because they are keeping one of the best all-time Liverpool players at the club and one of the best goal scorers that ever played for Liverpool. And if Salah stays at Liverpool and he's looking after his body as well as Cristiano Ronaldo, he could play for another 5 or 6 years at the top of English football, at the top of Premier League. And imagine if Salah regularly scores 20 goals for another 5 seasons in the Premier League. He could become an absolute legend at Liverpool. He's already getting close to that status, but I think by the time his next contract runs out, he will definitely be 100% a legend at Liverpool. Let's hope that he wins another Champions League or Premier League title before he leaves Liverpool or before he retires. I would love to see Salah retire at Liverpool, but that's still a long way from now, because I think Salah can still play until he's 36 or 37. We will see what kind of ambition he has in the later stages of his career. He's not even 30 anyway, so we shouldn't be talking about that far away, that far into the future. And also there is a risk that the next international break there will be a major disruption to the Premier League, because still, if the players from South America are allowed to travel, they have to face a 10-day quarantine or even 12-day quarantine when they get back to England. And Jurgen Klopp has called for common sense to prevail when it comes to the next international break. He said, "I pray that the fans in Brazil and the Egyptian supporters recognize that the players are not at fault in this situation. In fact, they are the ones who suffer the most despite doing nothing wrong. They are punished for factors beyond their control. The players deserve that the people in power find solutions and not make the players collateral damage." Before we know it, we will be discussing the October call-ups, and this whole situation will be back. Common sense and solution-based thinking must be at the forefront of these discussions, and the reality of the situation is that the players and the clubs shouldn't be punished for obeying health guidance issued by national governments. That's why the Premier League didn't send South American players to the qualifiers in the South America, except the Argentina players. They went against the Premier League decision and traveled anyway, which I don't think is right, and Tottenham punished them, I think, and they had to quarantine in Croatia, I heard, the Tottenham Argentina players, which is absolutely ridiculous situation. And if Liverpool sanction the players, the South American players, to travel in October for the qualifiers, they would punish themselves basically, because they will be out for an extended period of time. The players could miss 3 games, 2 Premier League games and the Champions League games, because of quarantine rules. So either you waive the quarantine or you don't send the players. There is no middle ground. I don't believe it would be right. In October and November there are international breaks, and do the Premier League or the South American FA expect the Premier League players to be just fine with missing 6 games in total, 3 after the October international break and 3 after the November international break? It's a ludicrous situation still, and I really hope that the South American football federations and the Premier League and FIFA and UEFA, whoever they just need to come to a sensible solution, because right now it's absolutely a joke. And thankfully, Divock Origi wasn't seriously injured. He just got cramp, so that's why he got substitutions. substituted, and thankfully Jurgen Klopp said that Origi was just tired and he got cramp, he felt his leg, so probably that's expected because Origi hasn't played this high intensity football for a long time. And Jurgen Klopp said the football world is a crazy place, and obviously people forgot how good Divock Origi is, and he was actually surprised that nobody came in for Divock Origi and nobody offered Liverpool a great transfer offer for Origi, probably because people don't watch enough football. That's what Jurgen Klopp said, and I absolutely love that. And Jordan Henderson has been absolutely brilliant last night, and he was delighted that he got a goal, and what a goal it was. It was Steven Gerrard-like, and he said it's very nice to get back on the score sheet. It's been a while, so it's always nice to score a goal. If I'm going to be playing a little bit further forward in that position, I think I need to be scoring more goals, and it's nice to get on the score sheet and find the winner. And I think that's true, but also Liverpool now with Harvey Elliott out injured have a little bit of a problem, because now that Wijnaldum went to Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool don't have a trusted midfielder who can play 30-40 games, who can start 30-40 games guaranteed during the season. So I think what Liverpool will do is rotate Thiago, Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Henderson next to Fabinho. I think Fabinho will play most of the games, and Henderson being now 31-32 years old, can he play 40 games or 50 games with that intensity that he usually plays without getting injured? Let's hope so. But that's where I think Liverpool could have a problem if we get more injuries in midfield, because you know that Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain are just not to be trusted when it comes to regularly playing a run of games in a row. But I think Liverpool will rotate, and Jurgen Klopp will rotate very smartly. Depending on the opposition, in one game we might start Naby Keita, in the next game we might start Oxlade-Chamberlain, and in the next game we might start Thiago. So Liverpool need to be sensible with this, but Harvey Elliott will be a big miss, and hopefully he will get back before the end of the season. Trent Alexander-Arnold was also absolutely brilliant, and I think Trent went up a level this season. He said it was a good game. That's what you expect when you play Champions League, two really good sides. It was difficult to really put the game to bed in the end, but the way we started the first half was incredible. We put them under pressure. They didn't really know what hit them. And Trent also said that Liverpool tailed off towards the end of the first half. I think Liverpool maybe believed their own hype. Jurgen Klopp said that we got a little bit complacent and the game was a little bit like too easy, and you can never rest up. You can never ease off in the Champions League, because you instantly get punished. Trent has said we scored some good goals. Obviously Henderson's was an amazing strike to get us the win, and we saw it out. It's difficult when games go like that. You switch off for 2 or 3 minutes and you get punished, but it's an elite competition, so you expect that. We can't let that happen again, otherwise we will be punished like we were today. We were able to get the win, and that's all that matters really. It's a tough group. When all 4 teams were drawn to each other, everyone was looking at this group as probably being the group of death. There's no easy games or any givens in there. It's going to be tough, but you've got to earn every point you get. We have done well to get the 3 points, and I think Liverpool are perfectly set up to actually dominate this group, because if we could beat Porto away from home, then we are 6 points after 2 games, but then we have Atletico Madrid back to back, and especially the away game will be extremely difficult, but even the home game as well. But if Liverpool play like this, then we can beat anybody. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the Champions League campaign, and I really hope that you guys are looking forward to the season as well. And even Sadio Mane said that not winning against AC Milan would have been very unfair. He said, if you watch the game, you see how many chances we created, and at the end of the day, if you lost it or drew, I think it would have been very unfair. But what we know from the beginning, I think that's why we pushed, is that we have a tough group, and it was very important for us to get the win, especially at home. Honestly, tonight you can really feel it for sure. The Champions League at Anfield with crowds back, it was magnificent. Football in general without fans lacks something, and today you can see again how special it is to play on Tuesday and Wednesday nights at Anfield, and I'm absolutely buzzing after that win. Let's hope that Liverpool can win against Porto, and then we will have 2 like cup finals against Atletico Madrid. But also in the Premier League, Liverpool play Crystal Palace at Anfield on the weekend. That is going to be a tough game, but I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.